Hi, welcome to Cooking Time with SailingawaywithT&K. On today's show, I'm going to teach you how to make our version of enchiladas. It's very simple what you'll need. You'll need some shredded cheese, of course some tortillas. You'll need some, you can get the packets or we can keep the taco seasoning at house. Red or green enchilada sauce, and of course some ground meat. We're using ground turkey. That's what Kayla prefers, so I usually do it like that. To me, it's not really a big difference, but you can use, I've used ground pork and regular ground meat too. The other thing you're going to need is a casserole dish. Now also, just like in the Buccaneer Tiger Dip, you can do this in an aluminum pan if you're going to a party. That way, no mess, no fuss. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to ground our meat. Come on over. Up, we do have our Gordon Ramsay here. Onyx. He smokes food. So, we're going to watch this. I'm going to put this up for a second.
How much ground turkey are you using?
I'm using 2 pounds right now because I'm going to make a big sheet. It's going to last a couple days. That's what I'm doing. You can do half if you want to do a little sheet. I've just always done 2, so. Get that one in there.
I'll take that.
Oh, I don't like this one. Is right here. Now all we're doing is brown it.
Turn the light on.
No seasonings just yet because we're just trying to break it down, brown it.
There's sous chef.
Yes, there's sous chef. Yes, chef. I'll make sure that chef. He's so mean to me. When the camera's off, he threw a butcher's knife at me one time. Alright, well I will see y'all at the next step. Okay guys, welcome back. Alright, if you notice, I have browned the meat now. Now for the next step, we're gonna add 3 things to it. First, we're gonna add our taco or enchilada seasoning. If you don't have this and you go just get the pouch, you're gonna use about 2 pouches because you're using 2 pounds of meat because a pouch is made for 1 pound. So to add this pretty liberally, that's about 2 packs. Onyx. I'm sorry for the sous chef, everybody. He's just, we all know what's going on, but he's just being a little something tonight. A little bit more. Now, also, since I did do turkey, one thing I did before y'all came back is, for some reason, they pump a lot of ground turkey, they pump a lot of water in. Or if you're doing like ground meat or ground, I'm trying to play a little bit, a little too high. If you're using ground beef or ground pork, drain a little bit of the grease beforehand. Leave a little because you want that flavor, but leave that. Next we're going to add some red enchilada sauce. You're going to add roughly, I usually do about maybe 1/4 of the can there. And the last thing we're going to put in here is going to be our cheese.
How much?
I usually do about a handful. There's not really a set.
A handful is about a cup.
About a cup. So because you want cheese in the enchilada outside. A lot of people don't do that. I'll put this in my filling station. And then we're just going to mix this all together. Pretty much all I'm trying to do now is get everything a little mixed, the cheese a little stringy. I don't want it completely melted just yet. Now one thing, this is a dish you can do day before. That's a lot of dishes we're going to do on this cooking show are going to be dishes you could do day before, on the weekends. This is something this is actually Sunday. We're going to eat this tomorrow for dinner. But this is something also I could have prepped today, frozen it without the cheese on top, thawed it out, and done the oven, weeks or a month later. So that looks like about the consistency I want. So we're gonna kill the fire. We're gonna bring it over to my island. That way it cools a little bit. we're gonna put this, that's gonna be the last thing we do. Put up our taco seasoning. And I want to get a little spoon real quick. Now, okay.
He's not happy.
He's not happy at all. He does not like, he thinks if we're cooking food, he should be eating too. Now, the first thing to do with this pan, though, is I'm going to spray it. Now, remember, even if you're using aluminum foil for this dish, I recommend spraying if you don't want your enchiladas sticking to the bottom, and you go to scoop it out, and the bottom rips out. So now we're just going to build enchiladas. It's very, very simple. You're going to take your tortilla, get a spoonful, spread it out evenly, bring it over here, just roll it up, and you can do as little as more as you want. We usually will use around 10 or 12.
Usually there's 10 or 12 rolls.
Going down. Now also, I prefer making this the night before because I like having that enchilada sauce kind of really get into all the tortillas and into the middle. You know, it's almost like a gumbo or lasagna. The more it sets, the better it gets.
So we'll be back when the pan is pretty full to finish it up.
We'll be back. See you then. Okay, this is the next step. You're going to take what's left of your enchilada sauce. I will say, if for some reason you can't get this big family size, this one is a 28-ounce can. I would get about 2 should cover you. About half a can, the first one, and the rest will be what I'm doing now. All you're going to do now is you're going to evenly cover. I like to go in kind of like a little zigzag, make sure I'm getting in between, and kind of go back and make sure it's kind of covered. Yes, sous chef, I'm sorry. I will clean everything later. He's bad to me, y'all. Okay. Once that is done, you just got the final step is just prep. You're going to take your fiesta cheese. And all we're trying to do right now is give it a nice cover. There's not really said you put as much, as little as you want. If you're lactose intolerant, don't do cheese. It's fine if you don't put it on there too. But I prefer if you're going to make it, even though Kayla is a little lactose, she still likes the cheese on it. Okay. Huh? Now, normally I would use the lid that's for us, but this, and also we only use 9 tortillas. The main reason is when we went to the store, when I went to the store yesterday, I usually buy the medium-sized Great Value brand. They were out of the medium, they only had small or large, and my train of thought is it's way easier to use the large ones. It will be a smaller roll everything in for width. So we only got 9, but I know I got the equivalent of 10 or 12 in there if I used the regular ones. So.
Okay, at this point, you could cook it now.
Yes.
What temperature and time?
I would do 350, around 20-30 minutes depending on your oven. What you're looking for, really, again, it's just like the dip we did. We're looking for bubbly cheese. That's what we know. So if you're taking out a fridge, I'd recommend doing 30, just so we know that the interior's got heat too. Because even though everything's cooked already, no one wants to eat a food that's hot on the outside or cold on the inside, kind of like eating a Hot Pocket. So that's what I do. So what I'm about to do now, like I said, I would use this normally, but since we're a little bit higher, I'm going to get some aluminum foil out, cover it, and we're going to finish this tomorrow when I get off work. So you can see me in work clothes tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking Time with SailingawaywithT&K. This is day 2 of this project. As you see, we have the enchilada sat overnight. We have our oven set at 350, and since it's been in the fridge, I'm going directly pretty much from the fridge to the oven. I'm going to do it about 25 minutes. That way the internal temperature gets nice and warm. So we're going to put this in here. Set my timer. And let it ride. see you in about 25 minutes. Guys, it's been, I had about 5 more minutes. I didn't like the cheese where it was, but here is the final product. Nice and melty. Ooh, hot through that. Close up the oven.
What you got in these pots?
Well, we got this. I did just in the can, refried beans, and just a little $1 7-minute rice, a little Mexican rice right there. Simple stuff. Just feel like that's just literally. This was just. Only thing I add to this, add little cheese and little taco seasoning, like I use on the enchilada meat, and this I just make two directions. Just, we'll always recommend. I know it says that oil, which I always do. Add a tablespoon of butter. It gives that little to it. Okay.
All right, we're gonna fix our plates and we'll show you a final product. All right, so here we have final plates. We have rice, beans, and these are the enchiladas. Kind of cut in there and show you guys. Okay, so you see our meat. Looks very good. All this cheese on the top. And here's the pan. So you can see that sauce in there. Cheese nice and bubbly.
All came out really good. Join us next Saturday for our next creation. Bye.
Enjoy. Bon appetit.